If you're thinking about having a baby, finding the right maternity services is a very important decision. Women and Children's Hospital of Buffalo is the state-of-the-art regional center for comprehensive neonatal, perinatal, and obstetrical services, and they can help you have a healthy Buffalo baby. Here to tell us more about the available services, new and expecting parents, is Dr. Gil Farkash, the Clinical Chief of OBGYN Services for Kaleida Health, and Dr. Jenny Dembski. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
And I know, Dr. Dembski, you're back to town. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
Glad to have you here. And let's start by talking about, for women who are pregnant right now, or they're thinking about becoming pregnant, why should they go to Women and Children's Hospital? What sets it apart?
Thanks for having us first on the show, Janet. Appreciate it. What sets Women and Children's Hospital of Buffalo apart from any other hospital in the region, as well as the surrounding counties, is that we're one of only 3 hospitals in the country, first of all, that offer not only full maternity care, but full pediatric care. We're also designated as what's called the Regional Perinatal Center. That's a state designation that we've received quite a few decades ago. And what that means is that we have to offer the level of care that all pediatric patients need, not only medical care, but surgical. So there is no other hospital that offers everything under one roof like Women and Children's Hospital of Buffalo.
What concerns me, and you don't always think about this because in our heads we have the perfect, you have the baby, and then you take the baby home. Sometimes if you have your baby and there's a problem at another hospital, you get separated from your baby if you're not at Women and Children's Hospital.
Absolutely, and I can tell you that I've trained at all the various hospitals within this region. And there was times when I worked at a different hospital where my patients had a baby with an unexpected complication at birth, not known ahead of time, and that patient the baby had to be delivered, transferred to Women and Children's Hospital via ambulance.
Right.
The mother sometimes would be transferred the same day or the next day, but there was still that separation. And there's a lot of anxiety. So if you don't even anticipate a problem, it really makes sense to me. My own wife and I had our own 2 children at Women and Children's Hospital as well, 8 and 12 years ago. But having said that, if there is an unexpected complication, you want to try to avoid the transfer of a baby from another institution to another hospital. That's been shown to sometimes increase the complications just in that transfer time.
And Dr. Dembski, there's the community outpatient centers that you're going to be overseeing. Tell me a little bit about those.
Well, currently we have neighborhood centers established at this time, the Kensington Clinic and the Women and Children's Clinic on Elmwood, as well as North Tonawanda. But there will be 3 additional clinics trying to bring us out a little bit more to the suburbs and increase the access to care for those patients.
And that would be Lancaster, Hamburg, and Lockport? And so if you go to these clinics, then you can have the babies at Women and Children's Hospital?
Absolutely. You can have your babies at Women and Children's Hospital no matter where you go, but we're just trying to have another access or entry of care for patients that may not otherwise realize that if they live in the south towns or in the north towns, like in Lockport, for example, that they still can have access to our hospital and seeing our providers in those outpatient centers. And
what do you see of the benefits of these community outpatient centers?
Well, it makes the access to care easier for those patients in terms of traveling. You know, when you're pregnant, you have several appointments, and so not having to travel all the way into the city to be seen at the clinic there makes it much easier for those patients.
So if a woman wants to become pregnant or is pregnant and she goes to her OBGYN, should the first question be, can you deliver at Children's?
I think so, yes.
And if not, maybe find a different doctor?
Correct, because patients don't always realize that they have options. Sometimes the doctor might say, well, I only deliver at Sisters, I only deliver at Mercy. And patients may say, well, what if I want to have my baby at Children's? Then
well, you know how I feel about Women and Children's Hospital.
do,
Very special place. Thank you, doctors. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
So all of you expectant moms out there, or even those of you just thinking about having a baby, take care of yourself and do all you can do to deliver a healthy child. Make sure you use the state-of-the-art neonatal, perinatal, and obstetrical services available to you at Women and Children's Hospital of Buffalo. Located at 219 Bryant Street in Buffalo, you can call them at 878-7000 or visit them online at wchob.org or at buffalobaby.org. Let them help you bring a healthy Buffalo baby into the world. Now coming up next, we're going to have a preview of the 12th annual historic Lewiston Jazz Festival taking place in a few weeks. We'll check out all the fabulous musicians who will be appearing and find out more about this fun event. After that, Cambridge Pavers will be in studio with us to discuss great ways to enjoy your outdoor living space. Everything from paving stone systems for beautiful patios to waterfall systems, gas burning fire pits, and so much more. So you want to stay right here because Western New York Living will continue.
This segment of Western New York Living was paid for by Women and Children's Hospital of Buffalo.